Today I want to talk about the power of journaling that's going to allow you to be super intentional about your life, again, creating success and significance. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of journaling that maybe you picture teenage girls writing Dear Diary, right? Maybe your daughters have done that before. Nor is it the type of journaling that maybe you think of when you think of elderly people kind of putting together their life history, family history. No, I'm talking about very strategic, intentional journaling that allows you to create before you create. Now, what I mean by that, it was the late Stephen Covey, one of my early mentors, who said this. He said that everything is created spiritually before it's created physically. In other words, we're having thoughts in our minds before we go out and we do the activities, all of us. The reality is, though, very few are intentionally creating on that first creation so that we can get the kind of outcome that we want on the second. So one way to do that is to spend time journaling. Now, I've got a very rigorous morning routine. My alarm goes off at 4:45, and before 5 o'clock, I'm in my seat ready to start to do my personal spiritual development for the day. Now, you might be saying an hour, Justin, an hour-long journaling session? And I say yes, but it's different than maybe you think. I'm not just talking about what happened yesterday. I'm more talking about my future. And I'm very specific about journaling in a way that allows me to not just look in the rearview mirror, but to look forward, okay? Part of what I'm doing during this journaling exercise is I'm actually reading and studying, and then I'm writing about the things that I'm learning. If you want to take your learning to another level, journal while you study. That allows you to internalize it and for you to then recreate it into your own life so that then when the day starts, you can go out and create those things in the real, tangible, physical world. Now, one of the key mentors that's taught me so much about journaling is Dr. Benjamin Hardy. For those that don't know Benjamin Hardy, he wrote the book, Willpower Doesn't Work, and Personality Isn't Permanent, and then just recently co-authored with Dan Sullivan of the book called Who Not How. He's someone that I look up to and I've learned a ton from. He actually wrote also an endorsement for my book, The Upstream Model. Well, Dr. Benjamin Hardy teaches that there are 5 key questions that we ought to consider when journaling. Number 1 is, where are we at right now? Meaning a very clear picture of our current reality. Number 2 is, what have I accomplished in the past 90 days? The third question is, what do I need to accomplish? What can I possibly and should absolutely strive to achieve in the next 90 days? And then question number 4 is, what should I accomplish? What are my goals for the next 1 year? And then the last question is, what are my goals for the next 3 years? And if we start to integrate those questions into our journaling, it's amazing how we stop comparing ourselves to other people. We're simply comparing ourselves with who we were and with a clear picture of where we're at right now, and then comparing ourselves with where we could be. And if there's one healthy way to really pursue greatness in your life, to pursue a successful business and a significant life, is to always have a very clear picture of where you want to go and be making very intentional strides towards that. So in closing, I have an invitation for you. I had somebody reach out to me just recently, and they said, hey Justin, I love following you on social media, and I love the fact how you talk about being in pursuit of your potential, but I don't even know what that means. I don't know what my potential is. How do I uncover that? How do I discover that? After thinking about his question, which I loved, we spent about 30 minutes together, and the invitation that I shared with him is the same one that I want to extend to you, which is number 1, you probably need to be getting up earlier than you currently are. That time in the morning is so important for you to really start to clean the slate and actually put on the slate what you want your ideal life to look like. So again, that is not just getting up early, it's actually starting to journal using the methods that I've shared in this video today.